on the pier for this. There's no doubt Moto X is blowing up. The question is, can Travis continue to rule? GT, Cameron, and Jerry, turn up the volume.
Hey there, Susie, thanks a lot. Travis and the boys are ready to shout it out loud. FMX style at X2K San Francisco. Here's how they feel.
Travis, hi, how are you doing?
Shout! Shout! Let it all out. These are the things I can do without. Come on. I'm talking to you. Come on. Shout! Come on, let me shout, shout, let me. Come on, let me shout, shout, shout.
15,000 plus moto heads in the house giving us shouts out. Let me give you a little dirt on the dirt. There's 16 competitors, top 8 will advance. They're judged on a 100-point scale. They get 2 runs, their best one's taken for their overall score, and there's 60 seconds to blow it up.
Basically, take a minute, risk your life, blow the judges and the fans up. We're enjoying the competition already in progress. 2 riders left for their first run, and the #1 qualifier is up. It's Tommy, the Tomcat Powers, and he comes out. Oh, a textbook catwalk.
Starts it out right with the textbook catwalk. Hey, last year he took a beat down in practice. This year he wins gold. Step up. Flowers from Santee, California won!
Hanging it out, great extension on the Superman. Tomcat leaving with medal in his arm last year, as you said. He already has 1 gold medal. The favorite possibly coming in, the #1 ranked rider on the World Freeride Association Tour, the Cat Knack. A new move here for X Games. It's like a no-footed knack-knack, but he hangs out to the side like a Superman.
That metal to dirt right there is 75 feet.
What? Clowers has obviously been on his game. He won the last 2 events on X Trials coming in the LXD Tour. He is pumped up. He's been training in San Diego with his roommate, Jeff Tilt. He has been looking very clean, and right there, the look back heart attack coming out right in front of us on the scaffolding.
His extensions and definition in his maneuvers really get the judges fired up.
It does, and then you come up with some combinations. He does an Indian air to no-footed can-can, a very simple one-hander there, but what he's doing, he's trying to do something different and do a trick on every jump, and right there, unfortunately, Clower's not able to get a trick off. I don't know if that's gonna hurt his overall score.
The judges are looking for style, difficulty, use of the course, stepping it off, Knack.
Going knack-knack. You saw the double knack or the cat knack, and he ends it with a nice knack.
Well, each rider gets 10, 15 seconds to throw down one more goodie. That was Mad Mike Jones, our current leader, looking on. That militia air counts in his overall.
That's right, so you get a bonus trick basically at the end of your 60-second run. Mad Mike looking on, he was your leader. Tomcat decides to do the militia air at the end right here. Tomcat, the cat knack, that is a new move he invented just for X Games. And he follows it up with a heart attack so extended, and looking back, Kerry Hart sitting on the side of the course, injured, not able to ride. He must be going, oh my word, my move has stepped to new levels. Oh!
Flowers comes through at the 90.67. He takes the lead on run #1. There's a whole nother round to go, and 1 more rider left. And here he is, Travis Pastrana, last year's gold medalist in FMX. He's the man to beat.
Birth is always painful.
It was all in your mind.
Wonderful.
The youngest kid in the competition, 15-year-old Travis Pastrana.
I was 4 years old when my dad and my mom got me my first motorcycle for Christmas.
On the show for Freestyle Moto X. You want to see somebody that knows how to jump. You want to see somebody go huge. 6'2" right now.
Oh my God! Did you see that? He's just a kid. Look at that! There it is, a rodeo air. The first time it's been busted out in competition.
99.00. 1 drop away from serious perfection.
Pastrana wants to win this event. He is going completely nuts.
You know, it's not a job for me. It's something I really love to do and I really enjoy doing.
That is the exclamation point of a champion.
The champ is definitely back with all eyes on him. Early in freestyle practice, he came up long on a new transfer he was trying, blew his arm off the bike. It looked like it really hurt Bert and everybody had a question as to whether it was going to take him out.
Ow, my case.
The scary thing is, Cameron, that this 16-year-old Grom is claiming he's had 7 new moves that we haven't even seen yet.
Well, he comes out with a pendulum. It's something we've seen before, but instead of just hitting it once on each side, he throws in a bonus. It's a triple pendulum, and then a textbook neck. He always has a smile on his face.
The 90-footer!
Oh, the 90-footer. Last year, Travis Pastrana came into X. That was a new move that he invented. The Superman seat grab with the Indian air. Another new move there. Grabs the back of the fender when he does a lazy.
Double heel!
Travis is on the edge, right on the pipe. He's one of the few riders riding at 125, and he's as big as the rest of the competitors. And the Wilma! It's a one-handed catwalk, basically, but Travis makes up his own variation.
The kid is on fire right now. Saran wrap on the backside dub. 75 feet, metal to dirt. One!
Taking his moves again from last year to another level, busting hands off, throwing so many major tricks here. It's hard to follow him. Now, new lines is something else. You can see Travis when he's going into that line. He twists it a little bit. He lands on the side of the landing ramp on the 90-footer. Nutty!
He's throwing out all the stops and then hitting the tombstone, whipping it back, looking at the judges.
Looking right back at us, trying to give us a little, hey, what up? Here I am. I'm back in X, and yes, he is. This could be his event all over again. Throwing a new line into the bowl and up the step-up jump.
Yeah! Again, quarter pipes. That was the step-up jump the other day. He just quarter piped it. What a ruling run.
Looks back at the crowd. Well, Travis with the Oakland Bay Bridge, you can see him grabbing his new handle. He doesn't have a hole cut in his bike like so many of the other riders, but the extension is so big, it's bigger than the bridge. And the Wilma, the catwalk, one hand, it looks like he's basically jumping off the bike and ends it with a salute to the fans.
All right, there it is, a 92.33. Last year he won with the 99. Is there a ceiling?
The sky's the limit, but one of the big stories, Brian Deegan and Clifford Conte tied for 4th and Hay in 7th. Jeff Tilt, possibly his first X final.
The Wilma is Pastrana's new big move. Let's see what they've got down at Skate Best Trick. We're gonna jump that bridge right here. We're X2K San Francisco doing the FMX thing. I'm GT along with Cameron Steele. We got Jerry Bernardo down in the dirt and 16,000 and some change of our favorite moto heads. Travis Pastrana is the story right now, followed by Clowers and Jonesy. What's up, Cameron?
The freestyle freaks are in the house. The young kid, 18 years old, Colin Morrison, he took a spot vacated by the Godfather Mike Metzger, who decided this morning not to ride. Colin is right now not making it through into the finals. This is our second round of competition. The best of your 2 runs are going to stick. Colin needs a big one here.
The good news for Morrison is he likes to be at the top of the order. And showing it right there.
It's really unusual. Colin riding 125, one of the very few riders to do that, but yet he still wants to go on the challenge and jump first every time he goes out. The 85-foot gap right in front of us on the scaffolding. Colin not able to get a trick off. That's going to be kind of tough for his score.
Up and over on that POV. He needs to use the whole course. Hit all the jumps. Here it comes to the big 90. Twitch!
That was a beautifully executed twitch. Now he rides the twitch, Jeremy Stengler all the time. Colin throwing a heel clicker. What a great view right there, the POV camera. Colin elected to use a lot of the ramps on the course and a big no-hander to no-handed.
Yeah!
We haven't seen that yet today. Colin busting out. He does want to make it through this competition to the final.
That's 75 feet to a no-handed lander.
I first started riding with Colin when he was about 13 years old. He was out racing and we were doing some freestyle tricks back when I thought I was cool. Now I know I'm not. Colin, one of the coolest cats on the tour. At 18, a veteran with a great Superman seat grab.
Stretching it out there. The judges are looking for that full extension on those Supermen. All the articulation in the moves are judged high.
This is his last big hit. You heard the horn go off. Oh, a little variation there. He throws his feet up like a stalefish, but clicks the front fender like a candy bar.
Colin Morrison, our first rider of round 2.
Coming straight at you. No hands, no hand in ladder. He is tough. Oh, he got got 7 on that for sure. And then the stale fish extension with the Bay Bridge in the background. The kid is good. He didn't nail every trick, but you can see the focus. Superman sea grab looking right at you.
Morrison comes through with an 82.67. His first run will stick, but it'll keep him in 12th place.
12th place, ouch!
This man, Chris Rourke, currently tied in 8th place. Silver medalist and step up, and he just went 90 feet.
That's officially on the bubble, I think, when you're tied for 8th, the last transfer spot. You really want to make something good happen. Chris throwing a no-footer there, maybe looking for the heel click. Chris rides for Fox and Oakley. Somewhat of a lazy boy there, but not getting the extension he's looking for.
The judges are looking for style, difficulty, execution, use of this course. A lot of different opportunities on this course. Here he goes.
Speaking of use of course, he comes up a little long and sideways on the little setup jump with the neck. That has to reset for the big 90-footer. Tries to do 2 different tricks, almost like a combo. Doesn't get either one of them.
Over the bar right there, Saran wrap style.
The Saran wrap extension touching the front fender. Rourke with the rodeo. Now last year, Travis Pastrana, the only rider to do that. A couple guys have picked on it. Rourke has it down in his bag of tricks.
Rourke running it from Idaho, stretching it out, Indian Air.
Getting a couple good tricks here towards the end of his run. Now maybe this is what the judges will remember. They may be writing down what he did in the beginning, but leaving an impression that the judges has to help. Rourke coming with the heel clicker, multiple heel clicks in this run. You don't want to repeat a trick. It's a knock against your scoring. Rourke unable to really get some new stuff going.
Double up on a couple of moves right there. Also, that mishap on that go-round on the 90-footer earlier in the run. Rourke's not on the top of his game right now.
You see Chris looking down, he's taking off his oak. He's a little disappointed, not real stoked with that run. Even on the last jump where he doesn't get a trick off, it's pretty radical seeing that Bay Bridge in the background. 90 feet, they're about 40 feet in the air.
Yeah, his first run was certainly better. Hey, he already has the silver in the step-up competition. He's running burgers.
Grabbing the center of the handlebars, throwing the heel click, arm back like he's riding a bullet, but it's only a 250-pounder.
Hey, Dane's double right there in the Jumbotron.
Checking himself out, going by with the Bay in the background.
And Rourke runs an 83. He's still tied for 8th place off of his first round run.
I think the first run was a little better.
We're going to be right back in the X Games sandbox with all the FMX rock stars turning it up to 11 next.
It is with great pride that I participate in this ceremony.
We're back grabbing a fistful of throttle, FMX style. That's right, Pier 3032 X2K. We're doing Freestyle Moto X. Up next, Jeremy Carter. He's tied for 8th right now after his first go-round.
Well, he's real stoked to be tied for 8th, but hey, he's stoked to be in the competition. Sean Highland, who took himself out on the step-up, breaking his ankle. Whoa, Carter!
Bar hop.
Brand new bar hop. 3 months of freestyle competition. He's already got the biggest bar hop in the business. But as we were saying, Sean Highland, who is one of the higher-rated competitors coming in, knocking himself out on step-up. But hey, Jeremy Carter also nearly broke his wrist. He's all taped up right now.
The world made better by duct tape, and it didn't show after he just did that 90-footer with ease.
90-footer, you can see, though, he feels a little sketchy, maybe getting a little kick out of the back of his bike. Looking for possibly a cliffhanger, but does not let go of the bar. That's going to hurt him in his score, where he's tied for 8th right now. A great disco can, no-footed can, hand off the side. He rides for the SMP Freestyle team and Alpine Star.
Alpine Star, he's a superstar.
Jeremy definitely blowing it up. He's from Wright, Course Gold, California. He's the closest rider to home right now, so he's a local boy here at the X Games San Francisco.
And the thing about Jeremy is he was riding in the dirt on his motorbike, gave it up for BMX, and then 3-4 months ago got back on.
This is one of the guys that could actually cross over into multiple competitions at X. He's got a couple different disciplines. You can see him shaking his head basically right at us on the scaffolding, not able to get the trick he wanted.
The horn blew. He still has 15 more seconds. He's not using his extra love.
I think he realizes not only does his wrist hurt, you see him shaking it, but he also realizes his first run's going to be a better score. He's just over it.
A good mix of moves, however, a little shaky in between.
He busted the bar hop. We claimed it right here in front of us. The judges can almost slap him 5, and then the disco can, unusual. He takes his throttle hand off. Most riders grab the other hand, and then Carter has the heart attack. Fact.
Carter's second run not quite as strong as his first. He gets an 82.67. His 85 sticks from the first. He's tied for 8th. One man's pain is another man's pleasure. Jer Bernardo's down with the big man.
I'm down here with SMP rider Sean Hyland, injured in the step-up competition we were just talking about. This is pretty much what happens when things go wrong with motorcycles, right, Sean?
Right, you know, it's like all of us know. All of us know what the sport is. Just have a chance of getting hurt. I mean, last year I was hurt up here on this arm, and now it's just got hurt down on my foot. Next year I'll be back in 2001 X Games going strong again.
All right, let's see the cast on the leg. I mean, what actually happened? What'd you break?
I basically broke all the carpal tunnel bones, the navicular, all the tendon and ligaments off. So right now it's one surgery. It's got pins and wire in it holding it together. A month and a half I'll go through another surgery to have everything taken out. About 3 months I'll be riding.
All right, well, we're glad to see you out here. Thanks for coming out watching the X Games. I mean, you're not going to sit around the house. I'll see you next year, 2001. Thank you, sir.
Sean Hyland cleared that bar and had to bail. What a bummer. Up next from HB Huntington Beach, Sean Pierre.
Sean Pierre coming out with the great Superman C-Grab. He's a youngster. He's only 17 years old. You can see maybe a little bit of inexperience there. Getting squirrely in the first corner. Has to go around his second obstacle.
On that 90-foot dirt double right there the other day, he overshot that thing and went about 100, 110.
To come back from that, it's obvious the kid's made out of rubber bands. He keeps bouncing back. He rides the flesh gear, black flag, doing it hard, all in black. He's also part of the Metal Militia, and he gets a good stale fish saran wrap off right there.
Burning up, setting it up for the next one. Nice little saran there on the backside double. Small move right there, but here he comes. Nothing right from the judges.
Nothing. He was right. The collapsed out KX, but skinindustries.com, they bought him a brand new bike for this competition, a brand new KX. He's pumped up, riding pretty good. He looks a little tight, not able to get the combo off. He wanted to do a bar hop to heel clicker, kind of got half of each one.
And the judges noticed that stuff. You certainly got to get the extension and complete your moves if you want to get the judge love.
Uh-oh, he does a supercross, or so some of the riders call it, because in racing you don't do tricks. Right there, Sean not able to get a move off. The yellow flag waves and the horn goes off, which means he has about 10 seconds to do an extra trick. He's looking for the ramp he really likes. You see what he's got to end it with.
Put an exclamation point on it, Sean. Clicking it up, but not quite clicking it.
Well, what happened there is he was looking for the rodeo, so he didn't get his other hand off, couldn't click it together. Kind of a bummer to leave that in the judge's mind at the end of your run. When you want to transfer into the final, doesn't look like it's going to be enough for Pierre, but a great nothing, good extension. You see the bike almost getting away from him, and then we talked about the combo that didn't go, the heel click after the bar hop, just not enough there.
The judges will take note of that. Sean Pierre, first run was an 82. It'll stick 79.33, a 14th. You can't be stoked with that.
Definitely not stoked to be headed for the showers, but some runs still remaining in the second round. The pluses mean they have some time on the bubble. Feist and Stenberg. Wow, they still have a chance to move on through.
Ronnie Feist getting ready to put his armor on. His dojo is the Metal Militia compound, and when we come back, he's gonna do some serious Moto X Kung Fu. Stay with us. Maybe Alcatraz will be the next home for the Metal Militia compound, but right now, we're doing it at Pier 30 and 32, San Francisco, X2K. This is FMX, doing it on purpose.
Doing it on purpose, going humongous. Tommy Clower's roommate. Tommy sitting near the top of the board. Jeff Tilt right now, he's close to the bottom of that final, 7th place. He'd love to put in a better run, but right now he's in the final. Let's see what Tilt's gonna start off with.
Tilt's been making it look easy. He's having a lot of fun. Right there, opening up with a can lander.
A can lander, getting his foot over the bike and then landing that way. Kind of dangerous. You get bucked off and comes back with the reverse. A knack-knack. I don't know if the fans know this, but a can spelled backwards is knack-knack, and they do it backwards.
Cameron, you are one clever person. Whoa, no footage. What up?
The double can or no footing can. So we got some can combinations coming from Tilt. He's riding for Azonic and SRH. Hitting the 80-footer right in front of us. Come on, Tilt! One hand can. So Tilt real good with the can combinations. Now, some people might say, hey, it looks very similar, but it's not. It's all different variations. Tilt throwing a one-hander off the side jump, setting up, and the suicide no hand. Straight back, arching it out, pushing his chest out like a rooster, baby.
Hang time. How long was he flying right there? 90 feet? About 3 minutes in the air.
3 minutes, I don't know, but he's got it hanging out there. Something new for Tilt, the Superman seat grab on his Honda out there. Something Tilt hasn't been doing a lot of in competition, but he's got it here.
Tilt lives with Flowers and Dane, the dirt jump builder, so he spends a lot of time with some of the best.
Hey, do you think that's unfair that his roommate built all these jumps?
Oh, wait, what was that? He just did a fender tap.
Double front fender grab. Tilt mixing it up. A lot of different combos. The front fender grab, one hand off
Little lean air right there.
Yeah, kind of grabbing lean, stealing it from the skaters and taking it to the ramps.
Full tilt, bringing it on home right there. He's number 7 on the cut right now. He's making the big show. Did he improve?
He looks great on the bike. He used to race Supercross. He's been on a dirt bike all his life just about. Coming out here at X Games, Tilt wanted to mix it up. The can one hand looking right at us on the scaffolding. And then the same jump right in front of us. Once again, a different maneuver. He reaches out, grabs the fender, throws the hand back. Tilt comfortable on the bike, as we said.
Not a real techie run, but definitely greasy smooth. Gets an 85 for his second run. His 87 from his first run will keep him in 7th place.
Well, he's got to be shaking his boots a little bit now because Kung Fu Fights from the Metal Militia. He is on course now. No shirt underneath his chest protector. The Metal Militia guy is running it with spikes here at Summer X.
Spikes and ink. This guy's ready to go. Here he comes. First move, Kung Fu.
Throwing it down. Fights doing it for DVS and Flesh Gear. He is so comfortable on the bike. A great cliffhanger, big extension. His rear end up off the seat. That's something you want to look for on that maneuver.
The Militia crew are always a crowd favorite, and he's certainly one of the boys.
Well, they do it so WWF style. They don't care what anybody thinks about him. Comes out a sick no-footed can. Ronnie sticking his run right now. Something different on every jump that he's got some big tricks. Feist wants to move up into that qualifying position. A pendulum, a variation of the can, but 2 no-footed can side to side.
Feist ready to wrestle with the law and this FMX course. He's blowing it up to the backside 90.
Gets a little whip on it, Cordova. Not that many riders doing it. Feist is credited with being one of the best at it.
He has such good extension and limberness in his body to get that look back on those Cordovas.
And a knack-knack. Feist mixing it up, looking strong. He knows he wants to move through to the final. Didn't have a great first run, but right now he is sticking it.
Good balance, techie move. In front of the bar, yeah, nice combo right there.
No footed candy, heel clicker combination. So big moves, combos. Feist mixing it up, a little Kung Fu.
Hey, what Kung Fu ×2?
Yeah, so that could be a little dig, but still a great ride on the bar off with his legs straight out front, right across the front of him.
I could have slapped him a high 5 right there.
Slapped him a high 5 or hit him on his foot or something. Feist has a red flag out. This last jump will probably count. Big no-hander. Getting the bike a little sideways. Feist looking pretty solid, a couple of bobbles, but not really. I mean, the guy has a good game.
And he's giving it up. His kata is complete. Just gave it to the crowd. Ronnie Feist.
Well, I said he was riding without his shirt, but he still got his sleeves on. Feist with the Kung Fu. Solid. The guy is tough, having fun on his dirt bike. It's a good way to do it. See him catching off the side of the ramp. A big bar hop right in front of us. Feist looking for a good score here.
Feist out of Jersey by way of Elsinore at 85.63. Maybe a little underscore right there. Still to come, Travis Pete, last year's gold medalist. Stay with us. Flying high over X2K. I'm GT with Cameron Steele in the dirt. Jerry Bernardo.
Thanks a lot, you guys. I'm down here with Trevor Vines, who graciously is letting us put the POV, which is the point of view camera, on the front of his number plate. This is the first time ever here at the X Games. It makes for an incredible shot. The technology is just blowing up. You guys wouldn't believe it. When you see this, it is going to be incredible. A little difficult every now and then because sometimes they do some tricks that are step-throughs, so you might catch a boot here and there. You want to throw your leg over the top and show us what we got going, or is it going to jack you up? He can't even do it unless he's 35 feet in the air. Anyhow, this right here is going to bring the technology shot to you, the viewer, so check it out. Look for it on X Games FMX.
Trevor from wherever's about to take us on board. The fans love it. I love it. Cameron, you gotta love it.
Currently setting in 6th place. He's looking solid into the final, but he'd love to put a bigger run and be a top qualifier, revving the crowd up. He wants them pumped up at all times.
With that crowd behind you, that definitely adds to your extension, to your amplitude. Let's see it, Trevor.
And you know, if the judges hear the crowds behind you, it gives them a little pump too. I mean, all the way around. Judges are up, you're up, crowd's up, rock and roll, freestyle motocross is up!
Cliffhanger off that 90-footer to start. The judges are looking for amplitude, style, execution, difficulty, and use of the course.
Trevor getting a twitch in there, riding for LBZ and Junko. Oh, the knack. You can almost see us behind from the POV on the scaffolding.
Hey, Mom, that was me.
Maybe I will get on TV at X Games, but Trevor finds he is on the TV and he is rocking the house. Superman C-Grab. He's the only rider with the plastic handle on the back of the bike. He grabs the hold. Clifford Onaptante has a solid handle.
Hey, is that factory equipment?
Hey, there's not much factory about these bikes. You got holes cut in the back, the front, the bars cut down in the middle. That's to one-handed ladder. Trevor kicking his feet right past the POV camera. Look, this guy's crazy. He wants to be a medalist here at X. Nice, now that was different. You can see he did not grab his handle, he actually grabbed the fender. So he's got a couple different variations, and the heel click over the setup double, where he kind of had a bobble earlier. He didn't get a trick off. He needs to get a trick every time he can. Oh, looking right at us, Trevor.
Trevor's one of the only riders to be using that center tombstone to transfer over a quarter pipe.
Here's another transfer. Trevor going for something a little unusual. Oh, sterilizer! Sterilizer. He sets on the POV camera. Time winding down. Trev wants to get a big one out. That's a great shot right there. Trevor, I'm surprised he didn't kick that thing off or damage it when he lands on top.
Trevor would like to apologize to all the ESPN technical directors for kicking down the camera right there.
Well, usually it's left to the militia to destroy stuff. Trevor, the exact opposite, one of the nicest guys in the sport with a great run, and what great pictures. Trevor Vines grabbing his handle, going Indian air. You can see his feet kicking apart. Another shot. You can see how technical these guys are riding. 250-pound dirt bikes, 90 feet in the air. The takeoff is rough. The landing is smooth. Trevor with his lady. Second run's not going to be as good as the first run.
Hey, Cameron, these aerial pictures are courtesy of the Goodyear Blimp Eagle based in Carson, California. Goodyear recently increased its blimp fleet to 7, adding 2 airships in Europe, 1 in South America, and 1 in Australia, mate. Hey, Goodyear's not the only one flying over San Francisco, so are our FMXers.
Mike Sinkmar is getting ready to go flying himself from AV. We had a couple questions for this madman of freestyle motocross.
Break it down like this.
How I prepare for contests, trying to get an idea how the jump's going to be, set my ramp for that distance and try and get all my tricks down for that. If I was an animal, what would I be? I probably want to be a hawk. My favorite hair color, for girls, blondish brown, and a guy, no preference there. If I could only eat one kind of food for the rest of my life, it'd probably be my mom's pasta. My favorite song to slow dance to, don't have one. Favorite superhero, don't have one. Favorite video game, probably just skip this one. Would I rather have a world record or a gold medal? I got a world record for the longest sand dune jump. It was 197 feet, so I probably want a gold medal. What's in a chalupa? Couldn't tell you, I never had one. Do I prefer to ride for the camera or the judges? I'd rather ride for the cameras. I like just to go out and shoot things and not have the pressure of contests. How does my house look from the air? Oh, my house jump. It's pretty different looking, I guess. Not too many people can say they've seen their house jumping over it. That's it, I'm out of here. Check out my run.
197 feet, natural terrain. Mike Sinkmar going over his house and going over San Francisco.
Well, I was there for the world record jump. It was pretty crazy. Sigmars likes to go big. Normally he says the contest, hey, this stuff is too small, but something different. Sink pushed this ramp in from 90 feet to 75 like some of these ramps. Right, you can see he's got the whip down. Sigmars, one of the best, is getting his bike sideways.
He's certainly a rider with mad on-bike skills, and he doesn't do too bad in the air either.
Certainly doesn't. Riding for Shift and FMF. Going for the double grab. Now Sink, when he moved his ramp and he started busting out a whole bunch of new tricks, the double grab is something he didn't have before. Little setup, saran wrap on the backside from Apple Valley, California. The heart attack coming out, baby.
Real late, too. He got that extension super late and had to huck it in real quick.
He has his own training facility in his front yard. It's pretty crazy. He's got about 5 jumps, ramps, and dirt, so everything here should feel comfortable to Mike Sigmars.
One move that never gets tired is the super whip. I don't care, you have to have the whip ride to do it right.
The disco can taking the non-throttle hand off. Sigmars, having fun.
Setting it up on the backside double, takes it through the berm. Here he comes, 75 feet.
How's the anodized bike for Sigmars? The guy, it's a Moto XXX Honda. He just puts all this candy apple stuff on there. I mean, he's fun. He's a fun guy. He has his own style. A little kick there with the Superman seat grab.
Hey, in my opinion, he certainly wins the Best Graphic Awards with the dice on the tank, too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, that's the Moto XXX standard graphic, but they have a lot of fun with the bike. The setup, the style. Sigmars has a style of his own. He throws the AV with his fingers. Here, throwing down the whip. Sigmars getting it flat, getting it sideways. Sink wants to be one of those guys in the final, and you can see maybe the reason why his heart attack was late was the grab was late. Silver medalist last year, this year disco can. Sigmars looking to move up into the final and tie for 8. Still his second run, not better than his first.
Up next, though, we got the Naughty Dog, the Tomcat. We got Travis Pastrana still to come. Mad Mike Jones, he's doing it. We'll be back. Standing room only here on 3032. This is X2K. We might have to rename this the Moto X Games. Up next, Clifford Adaptante.
We'll fly 90 feet through the air. We'll put you at the top of a lot of people's hearts, including the fans. Clifford needs to get to the judge's heart. He needs over 5 points more than his first run to take over the lead and be the top qualifier. And he can feel kind of loose because no one can pass him up and knock him out of the finals now. Clifford coming right out. Nice. Nice, lazy boy. He gets the extension. Legs up, hands straight back to the fender. Looking tight. Let's see what Clifford's going to bust out for us now.
The judges love the extension, his amplitude, use of course. Hey now, the Flying Hawaiian's throwing a couple shotguns to San Francisco.
The hang loose sign, he can hang loose a little bit right here, coming up a little short. Clifford known as the Flying Hawaiian, Polynesian style, ponytail, nice bar hop! He was born in Hawaii, but he actually was raised in Oklahoma, but he stuck out the Flying Hawaiian, that's his style. A great cliffhanger over the side setup jump. Not a lot of guys get big tricks there. Clifford the exception, and then the Cordova with the bridge flying through in the background.
He cleared the bridge, cleared the grandstands, setting it up right there, no-footed can.
Clifford has been one of the guys that's at the top of the sport. He's an IFMA champ. Whoa, something
Nice
a little
combo.
different. It wasn't just the McMets where you put your feet through and around on a double saran. He threw the bar hop, got the extension, then came back double saran. Oh, unfortunately Clifford
lost his line.
Didn't get the line he wanted. Now, that tells you something about this jump in the X Games course. It's 90 feet. The runway isn't even 90 feet long, and he goes for the double grab. The militia air doesn't get the greatest extension, but gets it out good. Comes up just a little short and bounces on the landing.
Pinning it in third gear on that back 90 right there in front of the grandstand.
Clifford riding for LBZ and Arnett. The double grab, grabs the seat, throws his feet straight back. Okay, I lied. He had pretty darn good extension on that. That is such a sick trick. A great bar hop for Clifford. He's such a good rider. The Cordova coming out. He can win this event if he comes through and hits it smooth every single time.
Well, Clifford's had some good luck in some events earlier this year, and now, well, it's up to the judges.
Well, the judges' reaction is obviously the one that counts. Clifford wants to win. You can see his second run, more than 4 points less than his first run. He's in a tie for fourth place with the Metal Militia's Brian Deegan. Deegs coming out having some fun with the X Games. He has a full face helmet. He's running an open face, got his goggles on, having some fun, riding for Hansen's energy drink and Etnies.
If you're down with Deegan, throw some horns right now at home. The master showman, the Metal Militia frontman, he's gonna do this thing till it hurts.
Deegan looks like he's gonna start off with a different line. So many guys looking for the big jump. He's going straight into the tombstone and upside down, going at the Bay Bridge. Deegs looks like he's on his game right out of the chute.
Deegan also is one of the only athletes competing here who has won a 125 Supercross event. So Deegan also has mad bike skills.
Gee, he's the only guy to win a Supercross here other than Travis Pastrana, who has a gold medal from last year. So Deegan would like to get that gold medal this year.
Well, Deegan got a bronze.
What? The no-footed knack-knack. Deegs looking for a different maneuver on every jump. So far, he's got it.
Deegan got bronze and step up. He wasn't even going to do that event. This is his event right here. Militia March!
The Militia grab, kicking the feet across. He is the only rider doing that in freestyle motocross. It's a big variation of the Militia air. Deegs looks to be on his game today.
Stretching it out, heart attack!
Heart attack is right. This guy is giving everybody a heart attack. You never know what's going to come out of his mouth, and it's obvious you never know what's going to come off his bike. A little bobble in the corner there, but no big deal for Deegs. He comes back with a no-handed lander. Brian Deegan having some fun out there riding the FMF Honda.
75 feet to a no-handed lander. Forget about it.
If Deegan can keep this run up, and he moves up from the tie for fourth with Clifford, he can solidify himself as a possible medal contender. He'd like to move up even further if he could. An outpoint Tomcat. Oh! He just flew right by us with his bike completely sideways. All we could see was up the exhaust pipe.
Good amplitude, outstanding use of the course, fresh mix of moves. Deegan throwing the horns to San Francisco. They love it, we love it. Do the judges love it?
We're gonna find out, but first, Deegan salutes the crowd, throws the horns one more time, as you said earlier, Jeej. The guy's just always having a good time.
Deegs running it right here, 75 feet, metal to dirt.
Metal to dirt. 3 years ago, there weren't metal ramp jumps. Deegan comes out with a great Cordova, good extension. Oh! The no-footed knack-knack, a new move. We haven't seen that at X before. Textbook heart attack right after. Deegan looking pretty solid. Jerry checking out the spikes.
All right, Metal Militia. That was the sickest Cordova I've ever seen. You just blowing it up for everybody. Sometimes the crowd's behind you on the last whip.
Yeah, I'm pretty much old school. I like to whip it, shut down all the posers. That's just my style.
All right, you just passed Jonesy. You're busting up to third. Feeling it, baby? You feeling it?
Yeah, I feel good. You know, I'm out there to dominate, take this event over.
All right. See ya.
If you're gonna take over, you gotta have the big tricks. The Cordova, one of the biggest. Deegan and Adaptante getting great extension. These guys are the masters of freestyle motocross.
Move over, Rover. They're doing it with the Cordova. Our top dogs still to come. Blowing it up by the bay. X2K.
We're blatant about thanking our sponsor. Circuit City provides these cable cam pictures. Circuit City, an official sponsor of the X Games. And a huge thanks go out to the boys of Moto X Freestyle. The prelims close out when we come back. Can Tommy Clowers overtake Travis Pastrana? The heart attack's ahead.
We're playing in the dirt, on board with Mad Mike Jones, 1998 World FMX Champion. Our oldest competitor here also could be more of a prize fighter than a rider. He's currently in fourth place.
Hey, the guy's got guns. He works out. He's a former World Supercross champion also. So a couple different titles over a few different years. Jonesy riding the Cowie out there for OBG and Pyro. He is ready to go. He is the master of the whip. Sideways, flat, huge extensions. That's what Jonesy's all about. Getting off the motorcycle. I guess that's what it's all about. Freestyle motocross is just getting away from that big old cumbersome motorcycle.
75 feet, hitting it.
Nice heel clicker, gives you a great view from right on board. Mad Mike grabbing, going, oh, wait a minute.
A little squirrely on that front end, trying to go no-hander.
Had to grab back on. Oh, a new trick for Jonesy, the Superman seat grab. That's evidence you can teach it. Old dog, new tricks. And then Jones, oh, he gets a little cross running going up the base. He has to save it. Grab out of that soft dirt. Now he's all back on the gas. Oh! Wait a minute. Yeah! Jonesy looking like he's surfing, throwing the tail, spinning it around. But hey, the bad news is 2 little mix-ups there for him. I don't know if this one's going to count. He comes right back with a great coffin, touches the helmet to the back seat.
Setting it up on the backside double. 1-footer.
1-footer whip, not really huge, but that might be a sign of something to come. Big whip down the road for Jonesy, getting the extension. He's from Export, Pennsylvania, one of the few riders from the East Coast of the U.S., but he travels all over the world, wins so many events and so many shows. It looks like a whip heel click there from Jonesy.
Taking some different lines here. Jonesy, couple bobbles in the middle of the run. Looking good now. 75 feet, whipping it 1-footer.
Getting it out. He's a Red Bull team rider with Tommy Clowers, and Clowers still to come, but you know Jonesy wants to outpoint everybody on the course.
Mad Mike, our brawler, our mauler, he's not scared, doing it on purpose, goggles are off. He's one to always go for a bit of a rebate.
Coming out right out of the gate, the Stork or Rocket Air into a Superman. The guy gets so far off the bike, it's the muscles in his arms. He can pull it back, the coffin. Gets his head down onto the fender. Great extension. You can see those abs too, abs of steel on Jonesy.
That kid is ripped. Second run, an 85.67. First run sticks. He's currently in 4th. He's making the 8 cut.
Someone that needs to get into that 8 cut, Twitch, Jeremy Stenberg, he's gonna be our next rider.
Who's that?
I used to do dishes at a steakhouse and that sucked. Now I'm riding and making money, making a living, paying all my bills, so I'm stoked.
Stenberg going nuts with half the motor underneath him.
A big Superman seat grab. Oh, look at the whip. This kid has got some skill.
What do you think of that crazy guy? He's sick.
And my outlook on riding before was I just did it for fun. Now it's starting to become a sport. Try to ride every day. It's better than sitting on the couch and just watching TV and not doing nothing. Favorite tricks, Superman seat grabs. You just float off the back of the bike and throw it as hard as you can. Feels like you ain't gonna bring it back, so you just gotta yank it. Sometimes you get it, sometimes you don't.
What happens if you don't?
Break your wrist or something.
You know, the thing about this kid is, yes, he does have Tourette's syndrome and people have teased him, but he doesn't care. He just says whatever.
Yeah, a lot of people were like, oh, I got Tourette's, I can't do nothing. I got it and I just act normal still, I guess. Hang out with all my buddies, do the same stuff.
I got a letter in the office. It was from a girl called Laura who was asking questions about Jeremy Stenberg. I decided to write Laura back and say, hey, if you really want to meet Jeremy, why don't you bring your friend and your mom and dad and come to our next event? About a week after the event, I get another letter. It's a little thank you card inside, and I'm reading through this letter, and that's when it hit me. She said, I have Tourette's syndrome too. What he is doing is overcoming something that is life-stopping to some people, and yet he goes out there and it doesn't affect him at all. He just doesn't think of himself as anything but just a normal kid out having fun.
I'm just the same person. I feel normal.
Normal? Well, maybe he's Abby-normal. Hey, riding dirt bikes is much better than flipping burgers or busting tables at the steakhouse.
That's for sure, and Stenberg does it well. He won a couple of big events last year, including a stop on the X Trials Tour, the LXD Tour, and a stop in the Vans Triple Crown Championship Tour. Stenberg, part of the militia, no jersey, chest protector with spikes. Oh yeah, Cordova, riding the FMF Honda CR125 for the Hanson's Energy Drink and SkinIndustries.com.
Well, he's one of the only athletes here riding the 120. Huge extension right there on the bar hop.
The kid can ride a dirt bike. Doesn't matter what kind it is. He used to race as a mini cycle racer. He won some championships there. He's so young. He's only 19 now. He moves on to freestyle motocross, and hey, he's making his mark.
He hit that back brake right there to get the front wheel down. Stenberg practiced really well. A little disappointing. Wow, his signature move right there.
He made it up sitting on the bike in the garage at Chris Rourke's house, and then Rourke busted it out first. There's a transfer, something we haven't seen. Jeremy hitting the setup jump and landing off to the side on the different levels. Right there, looking like, well, maybe he was going to hit the tombstone. He doesn't get what he wants, I don't think. He's kind of running around without like a chicken with his head cut off.
Well, he got lost on his line right there. A no move on the backside.
It was either a no move or a little bit of a goon error, but if you do a few of those, you're not going to make it through. Stenberg not able to get another trick off, comes up short. Looks like he might just be over it, figuring this isn't going to score good for him. But the problem is, he needed this run to move up into the top 8. If he doesn't get it, he doesn't get it. But what's he doing? Let's go back to the big hit one more time for some fun. A nice bar hop to heel click, a big trick to end it, but I don't think it's going to be enough for poor Jeremy.
Yeah, a little late. Practiced well. Didn't compete so hot. 82.67 is the run that sticks. 13th place ain't gonna get you a medal.
Ironically, he came in rated 13th. He leaves 13th, but something else we got to point out, he came in with a fractured wrist. He rode pretty well for a guy that has a hairline fracture. Getting the Superman seat grab, he claims it as his favorite trick. Great extension, arches the back, hanging it out, and then this trick, so good. The bar hop, you can almost read his name upside down on the bottom of his leathers, then the variation. Bar hop to heel click, twitch is good, just not good enough today.
This man still to come, our 16-year-old superstar, Travis Pastrana, last year's gold medalist. Let's see what he's got when we return. You're looking at the Tomcat, the top dog, the #1 qualifier coming in to FMX here at the X Games, Tommy Clowers.
Currently sitting in second place behind last year's gold medalist, Travis Pastrana. Clowers needs a few more points to step up to his level. Tommy, as you've heard, already a gold medalist in step up, looking for gold here in Freestyle Moto X.
Catwalk right on the top, right in front of our faces.
Naming it, he stuck it, it's his trick. Tommy, the king of leg variations. He doesn't do a lot of variations in front of the motorcycle, but the ones he does behind are gigantic, and that is evidence right there. The Superman, gigantic. It almost looked like a heart attack without grabbing.
He floated that for 100 feet easy.
Oh, and the cat knack.
Knackety knack, do it, cat.
The kitty cat, nope. The pussy cat, he is the Tomcat. He is trying to claw his way to the top of the Freestyle Moto X gold podium spot here at X Games.
Tom using the course well right now, mixing it up, coming on the backside double. No-hander right there.
Little suicide action, arms behind his back. Clowers rides the ramps a little different.
Nice!
Some of the other guys, a great heart attack look back. You'll notice he doesn't get a lot of speed moving up to it. He kind of hits it right at the end. It gives him more height to do tricks like that. A pendulum, but he almost does 2 suicide cans where they get out and spread behind him.
Hey, he got a little stalefish grab on that back fender right there.
A baby grab over the baby, jumping right into the 85-footer. Hi, Tomcat! He goes right by in front of us. Tommy seems to be having fun, but I don't know if he's as pumped up as he was in his first run, but still looking sick. A new trick every time. And then the standard knack deck. Jeremy McGrath brought it to Supercross in '94. Tomcat has it at the 2000 X Games.
Tomcat putting an exclamation point on that knacker right there. Here he comes, Cameron.
Will it be enough to put him with Travis? Not only a Superman looks like a heart attack, but he's calling the crowd out, giving him the look. The pendulum there with suicide cans. The Tomcat looking back. Hey, what's behind me? Oh, my CR's in front of me.
Tommy, with moves like that and a gold medal in the step-up, it looks like you're going to be sporting twins by the end of the day.
You know, that'd be great. I'm just going out there having a good time and just having fun with it.
Your extensions, you're so smooth. You've just been riding so much. You're really on fire, man.
Yeah, thanks a lot. I've been practicing hard, you know. I'm feeling really good. And, again, I just hope I go out there and I'd love to get a medal today.
Two golds for you.
One by one, like a bullet in the gun. Tomcat's having fun, but here's the man of the hour. The crowd loves it. Travis Pastrana, last year's gold medalist, our #1 qualifier, and our youngest competitor in the contest.
Well, it's pretty obvious. This run, he doesn't even need it. He's already top dog. He topped out the Tomcat. If you want to beat this guy, you're going to have to really step it up. Travis sizing up the ruts on the former step-up jump. He's going back. He's going to get it started, rev it up with the crowd.
He hit that jump in his first run by quartering it and hipping over the step-up. So taking a little unique line right there.
He's definitely not using the 90-footer.
What?
It goes into
Holy
a
Snikes!
Travis!
Hit rewind, somebody.
I was just saying he doesn't even need this run because he's already the #1 qualifier. You've heard rumors of a possible backflip coming to freestyle motocross. Travis Pastrana, boom! Backflip, X Games Summer, San Francisco, 99, mister. Our sport is going through the roof to new places, if you can believe it.
Houston, we have a problem. Travis Pastrana just did a backflip. Check!
I can't believe we just stood here and watched that. I've seen him do it on BMX bikes. I see skaters get upside down.
Rodeo!
But you're getting upside down on a dirt bike that weighs like 250 pounds.
The crowd loves it. Mom looks a little angry, but hey, it's FMX.
I knew my feet were gonna come off. I gotta see the replay on that sucker. Hey, do I have a hat?
I think we all gotta see the replay on that sucker. Everybody turning up. Let's have a look at the Jumbotron arcing it out.
So he throws it back right there. The head whipping back, gets the momentum. He kind of let go a little early. He might have been able to swing that.
He may have been able to swing it. Looks like he tried to pull so hard that his arm just popped off. He hits the eject button, comes in for a landing. He's lucky he didn't blow his knee out. This is a kid who's 14 points out of the National Motocross Championship chase, doing a backflip on his weekend off.
Now, I don't want to say the wrong thing here, but what about the bike? He still has the finals to do.
Well, he just did a backflip. I don't think he cares about the bike. I know he cares about the finals. Jerry's down with him in the pits.
You guys missed it. I just walked up behind Debbie Pastrana and she goes, "Come here, you." Is the kid grounded?
He's grounded for life.
What were you thinking? I mean, when you saw it, you had no idea he was going to pull it.
And I thought he was going to, I thought they were holding him up. You know, I thought they were waiting, you know, and then he was just kind of going around, and all of a sudden when he went up in the air, I was numb. I'm like, why are you doing this? You have nationals in the next 2 weeks. What are you doing?
I had to, though. I had to. Absolutely
he's
had
grounded.
to.
He's grounded for life.
So grounded for life. No girlfriends, no vet, nothing. You're all done.
Oh, no. It was worth it, though.
Go get a #1 plate in the Nationals and we'll see, you know, we'll think about it.
Hey, still got one more run to go here. I mean, that's what I'm focusing on, so.
Okay, after this, then
the Nationals.
What do you got for the big final showdown, kid, after that?
Final showdown, I still have 2 new tricks that I haven't pulled out. Not the backflip. That's over with, done. Yeah. I'm lucky to be alive, so I'm happy, and we'll go from here.
All right, we'll see you in the finals. Thanks.
Thank you.
Travis is claiming he's got more moves up his sleeve. Oh my God, he topped out in the prelims. He's our #1 qualifier into the finals.
So many people thought Clowers and Deegan would be the favorites coming in because they haven't seen Travis ride freestyle. Well, obviously the kid can ride wherever he wants to.
Everybody, next time you see Travis Pastrana, don't ask him for an autograph. Give him $1, because he rules. All this action, this is only the prelims, people. If you like what you see, and I know you do, tune in to ESPN for the finals on Friday, 9 p.m. Eastern. That's 6 p.m. for those of you on the west side. Who would have thought that in 1885, when Daimler invented the motorbike, it would be taken to such heights? 115 years later, mind-blowing stunts are being pulled at the 2000 X Games.
Freestyle motocross launches onto the scene with the 95 Fleshwood Films Crusty Demons of Dirt. In 97, Deegan kisses racing away by ghost riding his bike while winning a Supercross event. Then, the world's first ever major freestyle event comes out and all the boys get sick. Travis Pastrana wins the event with the big trick, the Lazy Boy. Doesn't take long for the sport to catch on, and then there's X qualifiers. The LXD Freeride Tour takes off with Tom Clowers and starts what we got today. X Games. Last year, Travis Pastrana came to the pier and became the gold medal boy and the biggest face in freestyle motocross. Not long behind, Mike Metzger invents a new trick and takes the Vans Triple Crown Championship. January 2000, Newsweek magazine further legitimizes our sport. Then Travis Pastrana returns to his roots and finds a championship, winning stop 1 of the Vans Triple Crown.
Knievel, McGrath, Metzger, Deegan, and this man, Travis Pastrana, have taken it to whole new levels.
That's what our sport is all about. Blowing it up, going somewhere no one has ever been before. Risk, life and limb, where can it go? Earlier in prelims, Travis Pastrana showed us where it's going.
That backflip right now, just up the whole bar. Prelim style, he'd already qualified, so he just thought he'd give some more candy to the crowd.
Just having fun, he went for it from the get-go. He pulled so hard to get the rotation, he ripped his hands off the bars, elected to eject in midair. He did not want that bike landing on him. It's only 250 pounds from straight up like 8 or 9 feet.
If you like what you see, you gotta stay with us, because later on tonight, we're putting our exclamation point on the Moto X Final.
Is Moto X Freestyle, and it's so much fun to watch, it ought to be illegal. The course, bigger and badder. The head militiaman, Brian Deegan, showing spikes up, fired up. The boy wonder, clearly confident that good will prevail. GT, take it from here.
Thanks, Susie. Travis is certainly the man to beat, but Tommy Tomcat Clowers is our #1 qualifier, the current WFA champ, and he's getting tips from Supercross hero Jeff Amick. We're picking up the finals with Trevor from wherever Vines. He's going to take us on board and show us how it's done.
Vinesy's got mad skill. Last year he rode a 4-stroke. He's on the Yamaha 2-stroke now, electing not to give up the extra 30 pounds to the other riders. He's on a leveler playing field. He is ready to take a big win. He just hasn't had the good runs lately. Hopefully today, Summer X Games San Francisco, Vinesy brings it into the house.
Well, he's doing that stand-up wheelie right there, but it doesn't start till he hits his first jump. The 90-foot grandstander. Oh, but he missed on the cliffhanger.
He really did. He threw his feet up. He couldn't get his trick. That's something a lot of riders have been saying. They want to start with the side hit to make sure they're feeling comfortable. Trevor tries with a big hit. It hurts him a little bit coming out in the final. A nice knack though to follow it up. We call him Trevor from wherever because he travels so much. He's actually from Ohio. A super nice kid, one of the good guys on Freestyle Motocross, sponsored by LBZ and Jimco.
And he has one of them there non-factory equipment put on his bike right there. That bar handle on the side and also at the end of his seat.
At the end of his seat, he runs a plastic handle. It's pretty cool. He can grab, oh, right there!
That's no-hander!
McMets to a no-handed lander. It's basically a double saran wrap at the same time and then hitting the dirt 75 feet later without your hands on the bike. And there he goes, grabbing the handle.
He's getting a handle on this run right now. That early bobble on that cliffhanger could hurt him. There's a saran wrap right there. Passing the foot over the bars, taking the hand off.
Trevor has a lot of great tricks. He's going for the tombstone, the little whipper looking back at us. What's up, Trev?
I saw the whites of his eyes right there.
He's having fun. Trevor, not known for his whips, is kind of unusual for him. The time is running out. He's going for his last move. It's a different transfer point. We saw this earlier in his run to qualify for the final. The sterilizer. He lands on top of our point of view camera. His girlfriend, Stacy, watching on. She's pretty pumped on her boy's run.
A solid way to end the run. A sterilizer. Lots of risk. Pumping up the crowd. Give me some.
Trevor having fun with the crowd, throwing the Smiths out. What up? Don't need those goggles anymore. The final's over for Trevor. Now he's hoping to get up, stay on top of this. The replay. Ah!
Grabbing that handle.
It's like a roller coaster for us watching that. It's crazy. Landing with no hands from the McMets. Not cool. You actually see his foot catch the bar just a bit as he comes through.
And that's 75 feet that he's flying with no hands on the bars. He comes through with an 86.67. He's tied for first right now, but there's more riders to come. And here's one right now, Clifford out of Tante.
The Flying Hawaiian has mad game and a deep bag of tricks. If he stomps his run, he can win. He's beaten everybody here that's riding at the X Games except Travis Pastrana. He's a former IFMA world champion.
top.
Good extension, getting his feet straight out, arms straight back. Clifford doing it for Arnett and LBZ, and he gets the Indian Air. Now, like Trevor, he has a bar on his bike. They're the only two with bars on top of the seat, but Clifford's is made out of steel. It is not flexible, so that could be a factor if he ever landed in a weird position.
Coming right by us, nice bar hop.
Clifford gets his feet straight out front of him, brings them straight back. You notice he doesn't catch the bar at all. A great cliffhanger on the side. Could this be a solid enough run to move him into first place?
Over 90 feet.
See the bounce coming off the landing. That means he came up just a little bit short. He bounced out into the flats. He holds it together, but the course may be looking a little dry, just a little squirrely, not getting all the traction he needs. Clifford, bar hop to McMetz. Not just the McMetz putting his feet through, he actually kicks it out, bar hop first.
The judges are looking for execution. Difficulty of maneuvers. Nice militia air right there.
Difficulty of maneuver. The double grab Superman or the militia air invented by Brian Deegan. Clifford Onaptande bringing it to the 90-foot gap.
The judges also take note. If you're coming up short on those landings, they want to see you hit the backside of those transitions.
All your executions count. How many big tricks you do, not repeating tricks. So important.
Yeah, throwing the shotgun. What's up, flying away?
A little hang loose to the crowd for his glory jump. You have about 10 or 15 seconds after you run to get one more big kicker in. The crowd digs it. Clifford knows how to work the crowd, and he worked the judges during his run, grabbing the bar. Big Indian air, kick extension, the double grab or the militia air, hanging it out. He pulls back and jumps back onto his bike almost like a cat.
Clifford Onaptande, one of the most solid competitors on the tour, and he gets an 89.33, our current leader.
The new big dog on the podium. Stick around for more finals coming up.
You are watching an original presentation of the 2000 X Games.
Hey there, everybody. I'm GT with Cameron Steele and Jerry Bernardo, hanging with the top 16 athletes in the world, Moto X style. Hey, 5 of our athletes have already gone. Mad Mike Jones in second place, but 3 of our top dogs are yet to come. And there's the man, Brian Deegan.
The Metal Militia man, Brian Deegan, electing to have a little fun and wear an open face helmet. It lets you see the smirk of what could be called a cat that ate a canary. But in this case, this bad dog from the militia wants to eat the tomcat, Tom Flowers, and give a beat down to the good kid, Travis Pastrana.
It's good versus evil right now, and evil's about to take it to you. Look at the teeth. He's grinning, he's bearing, and he's coming over the tombstone.
The tombstone whip, he can get upside down, and he does right there. Right in front of us, going away. He's got him juggling. Deegan wants to nail everything on his front. Remember, something different off every jump is what these guys are looking for, and something big to do.
Different use of the course right now. Huge front door. Going 75 feet metal to dirt.
The militia compound of Lake Elsinore, where Deegan has been training there. You can see it in his Cordovas, and his cliffhangers are looking better. And the no-footed knack coming out. Deegan wants to win. He doesn't want to let either of these guys qualify better than him. He's taking the top spot.
Finishing third gear over that 90-foot double. Yeah, Indian Air Militia March won!
Now Onaptande sets in first place right now, so Deegan knows he wants to beat the flying line. The flying line must be looking up going, dang, Deegan is sticking it. Out comes the heart attack. Deegan's good for the Hanson's energy drink. Aggies and SkinIndustries.com.
Second time we've seen a suicide on that backside double.
Not good. Do not repeat tricks, Deegs. Oh, a little variation there. I don't even know if the judges will catch that. Deegs throws a no-hander. A lot of guys come back to the correct down the top part. Deegs grabs the ball and then goes no-handed lander. And the cliffhanger. Not the best extension we've seen on a good day, but it's pretty solid nonetheless.
On that cliffhanger, he actually floated to the rider's right, almost went off the side of the hand.
We've seen riders whipping. Jonesy loves whipping. Deegan throws it sideways. Maybe the best whip so far today.
Throwing it sideways, throwing the horns. Deegan.
It's obvious the crowd likes the bad boy in black. He doesn't look quite as tough with that open face helmet. You can kind of coming into you, letting you know, hey, I'm ready to take over the world. Metal Militia world domination is what they claim. And the front flip, and he's climbing on Pastrana. Pastrana ain't taking none of that.
It's all go for the show right now. Brian Deegan comes through with a 90.33. That bumps Otto Tonte down to silver, and Jonesy down to bronze.
The bubble position for Jonesy. Deegan in the gold medal spot. Now he's got a hope. The boys can't top it. How's that tongue hanging out? It looks like Michael Jordan going for a slam dunk. This is Deegan's version of the slam dunk. The Militia Air, Indian style, kicking it sideways. Coming out of it, the nothing. Now you see the undergrab we talked about for a second, and then committing to the no-handed lander. Deegan looking smooth. The no-footed knack-knack. He flies next to his bike. Seems almost effortlessly.
Tomcat Clowers, the Tomcat, WFA Champ 2000. Won a golden step up here earlier this week. Oh my, the Tomcat, he's got to be pumped.
He is pumped, but after watching Deegan's run, you know he has to pull it out. Now he starts a little different. We've seen him before start out with the catwalk. This time the suicide no-footed can. Maybe he's saving one of his patented maneuvers for later in the run.
Open it up on the 90-footer. Oh my, Superman!
The Superman's so high up and extended. Tomcat is ruling that move. No one is in a class with this guy.
Man, 90 feet, that was about 100 at least. Stepping it off, Cat-Knack!
You saw Deegan do the no-footed knack-knack. Clowers does his own variation where almost Superman's off the side of the bike. The Cat-Knack is what he's called it. Superman C-grab with the Indian Air, pretty standard at this point, but Clowers getting great extension and also adding the look back. Not looking where he's going. Some setup tricks on the side.
Out of the bump, into the 75-footer metal to dirt. Yeah! Look at Clowers!
Yes! The look back heart attack is becoming his move. Looking straight back behind him. I think you can almost see the judges as they go by the combo. No-footed Cat-Cat going back into the Superman. Tomcat stepping it up. Deegan's got to be biting his nails now.
Coming right at us to the 75-foot scaffolding jump. Catwalk!
His own move. He throws it out perfectly, even getting a little bit of whip. He's running next to his bike. Something like the airwalk from skating, but Clowers taking it to another level.
The one thing that Clowers, Deegan, and Pastrana have is arena and supercross skills, and it shows.
The SMP Red Bull rider ends his run with a nice knack-knack, something more traditional. He was smooth. He was different. He is the man right now.
Tommy Cat just threw down some OG moves with some new spice to some of his own.
The Cat is definitely on the prowl. He's scratching his way to the top. Can he knock Deegan down? The Cat-Knack, maybe the biggest new trick in freestyle motocross. He has been taking things up, up, and up. The extension throws the look back on the Indian Air. And perfection, the heart attack look back, not all the way straight up this time. We've seen it a little better, but the sideways can to the Superman. Tomcat's down with Jerry.
Mr. Tomcat, new leader right here, right now. Is the wind a factor out there? You're like 35 feet in the air, hucking it huge.
Yeah, on a couple jumps, well, definitely the 85-footer back here. That was the biggest deal, and but I made it through it and had a great time.
All right, you're consistent. You think you're going to be able to take down Pastrana? You're going to take him down?
I don't know. I mean, that kid is good. Let's have to see what kind of run he comes up with.
All right, thanks, Tommy.
Thanks.
We've seen medals change hands on every ride, and our Golden Boy Wonders had the highest score of the event so far. Travis Pastrana's an FMX veteran at 16.
Who's that? Who's that?
Travis just developed a knack for riding bicycles up and down steep hills and down steps, and he was always challenging his bicycle. What else can my bicycle do?
The deal was when I was 3 years old, my parents told me if I rode that bicycle down a set of 4 steps, by the time Christmas came around, Santa would bring me a motorcycle. So I rode down the steps and Santa brought me a motorcycle.
It's a motorcycle!
It was the best gift that my parents could have ever given me. And you know, pretty much from there on, all I ever wanted to do was ride on my motorcycle. My first ever race is probably one of my first memories. It's something that just stands out in my mind.
The first day wasn't really that great. He kind of fumbled around and got bruised up pretty bad.
I crashed all over the place, and my dad kept picking my bike up, and I kept going. And
we didn't think much more about it, and went back about a month later, and there was a marked improvement, or a rapid improvement, and things he could do on the track better than the other riders his age could do.
As a younger person coming up, you don't have as much fear. You see someone else do something, and you just go out and try it. That day, you learn it, and you do it.
I mean, at first we had a boat, and we go out in the boat one weekend, and we race one weekend, and back and forth. But after probably a year or two, the boat was gone. I mean, it was just, yeah, let's go racing.
My parents have gotten used to me practicing. You know, they can get over it, they're not too nervous. But when I go to a national event or something that's really big where they know there's a lot of pressure, they get nervous that I might push myself a little bit too far.
It's a very challenging sport, and if you're not on the edge, then you're not competitive. So yes, you do worry, you have to worry. He's gone 5 hours a day at the practice track, and I'm always just anxious to see his truck pull in the evening. But it's part of the deal. He loves what he's doing, and the price is worth it.
Every time I get hurt, whether it be a sprained thumb or a dislocated spinal column with internal bleeding, my parents always ask me, are you sure this is what you want to do? Do you want to ride motorcycles, you know, at all? You can quit right now if you want to. And my answer has always been, even in the worst condition, I've said, you know what, I love this sport. This sport is my life, and there's no way anything could ever stop me from it.
Over a dirt bike.
Travis is rolling it out. He's getting ready to put it out, without a doubt. It's the final run of Freestyle Moto X here at X2K. Don't go anywhere. You'd have to be a fool to miss it. Welcome back to San Francisco, California. We're at Pier 3032. We're jumping bridges. We're hurting feelings. This ought to be illegal. I'm GT, along with Cameron Steele and Jerry Bernardo. We're riding this thing out, Cameron.
Can I get a wah-wah? We're up in the scaffolding. Yeah! Freestyle motocross has been going off. Our last rider of the event, Travis Pastrana, rolling out on the dirt playground. It could be his. Last year with gold medal. He's only 16. Where does it go from here?
Hey, he's running a national number. The guy can race too, right?
Hey, it's like his trademark, 199. What happens if he does win that outdoor title? He's gonna have to put a 1 on it. Here Travis, his trick from last year, coming out with big extension. The Superman Seagrass Indian Air he won last year. Now he's and then a combo, a Superman all over the 125 Suzuki. The other riders that are medalists right now, they're like completely different.
The judges are laser style, execution, difficulty, use of the court, and Travis is lighting it up.
Right now, sitting on the bobble is Clifford out of top. Oh! What was that? It's what he calls the will that he told us to look out for it. It's a catwalk, one hand, and then an Indian Air Saran wrap. Travis Pastrana,
back.
He said he had new stuff. Another Saran, not like the big bets. The Sarans, 2 different times.
3 tricks back to back, 3 new views. The judges love it.
The fender grab with his feet up underneath the bars like a cliffhanger. Great Superman to heel kick. Travis putting together combos no one ever thought could be done. And here at X Games, he looks like
on the back double.
A solid run if he keeps this up. If he doesn't crack, wait a minute!
A boot snatcher. He grabbed his boot.
It's like a view grab, Superman seat grab. Something from the skate world reaching back to the Alpine Stars. And a knack so twisted out.
He looked back at me. He was looking at me. I saw him from the scaffolding.
It looked like he was going to do a body burial all the way around the bike. He knows it. His hand is up. He says, that's it. I don't even think he needs a bonus jump. That was enough. Travis Pastrana, exclamation point, X Games. I think he's got it, GT.
As a matter of fact, I don't want to state the obvious here, but I know he's got it. 4 new moves, back to back. The crowd knows it. The judges are like scratching their head. They don't even know how to score this stuff.
Well, Travis has us all going nuts. Not perfect extension on that combo, but then the heel click from the Superman. I have beads of sweat dripping off my head looking at it. The double Saran coming right at us. Almost looks like he waves at us. And what is this? The Wilma, he's running next to his bike, one hand off, and the mute grab. He doesn't get the grab all the way. He told us the super mute was coming. Travis Pastrana score coming in at 94. His hand in the air, perfect. Travis winning the gold medal at Summer X Games.
Back-to-back gold. Mom and Dad are on the phone ordering up the party supplies. Jerry's got Travis down in the dirt.
Travis Pastrana, give it up right here. I know about motorcycles, and there's nothing on the end of your shift lever. Were you stuck in second?
I had to change up my run a little bit towards the end. It just happened at the end, I guess, from my backflip attempt. Kind of blew up, but man, it still was a great run. I had fun. I just won!
He's like, I just won! That's why we bring in the Jumbotron. It's all about X Games technology. You've never been defeated ever in a freestyle contest.
Never been defeated in a freestyle contest. X2000, live on to my reputation, man. I can't say enough. I'm so excited to be here, and yeah, hopefully next time Carrie and I will both be in the comp doing backflips.
Have you accomplished all your goals? You attempted the backflip, you won the gold. You're still friends with everybody? You have all your teeth?
All my teeth, that's probably that's a good one. Yeah.
All right, congratulations.
And my mom didn't ground me.
X Games gold, Travis Pastrana back-to-back.
I've been to almost every freestyle contest, and I've never seen anything like it. Travis riding without a shift lever in the final.
Pastrana takes gold. Clara silver. Deegan bronze.